What's up, everybody? I'm Phil Rogacki.
And I'm Jared Abergina.
And you're listening to Two Tree Guys Podcast.
We're live out here with the podcast with Two Tree Guys and a bucket of beer. We don't have the bucket of beer,
No.
but yeah, you guys can.
Maybe
you guys
tonight,
can drink
though,
a
we
beer.
might have the bucket.
Yeah, cool.
So you guys salute after the fact.
Yeah. So I'm filling in. Special guest here, Erick Palacios. Great to be here with you guys, with everyone listening. Again, you're here with Two Tree Guys and a bucket of beer. We're here with Academy Train. And I'm filling in for the guys. Jared's speaking right now, doing a great job up there. And Phil, obviously, he's his assistant. He can't leave his side. So
he wears those jeans really nice too.
Yeah.
Like, he looks good up there.
Oh, dude, I was talking to someone, and we were talking about Jared like if we were two high school girls, and we're like, oh my god, and like I told him about it yesterday. He's sitting there. He's like. Bruh.
Stop talking about this.
Stop talking about this. Yeah, he bought me a beer. So
he tucks it in.
It's so good to have you for our audience.
Yep.
We have Guy here. Guy, how do I pronounce your last name? I've known you
Cerullo.
Cerulllo.
Yes.
All right. Like so,
It's
Guy Cerullo. It's Italian, yeah.
Yes.
You know. So instead of joining the mob, he chose to do tree work. And
yes.
we're glad to have you here,
Thank
Guy.
you. I'm happy to be here. It's a great time, and I was on the show the other night, and it was fun, especially with listening to Hans.
Hey, so I'll give people a little bit of a rundown about you. So you're fourth generation arborist.
Yeah.
That's crazy, huh, Bob? So you're fourth generation arborist. You're running a company. You're now doing trainee safety and training. Like, how did all of this come about? Like, tell us a little bit from like your beginnings, like when you started.
So I've always grew up in the industry since I was 8 years old, and obviously not safe, but running a log loader or grinding stumps. My father used to pick me up from school, and the first thing we do, you gotta go to work. I'm like, Dad, I got homework. No, you gotta go to work. We gotta catch up on this and this and this and this and that.
Yeah.
And it's hard being in a family business. It really is. Right. And I actually deterred away from it from like 15 to 18. And I actually ended up going to school upstate New York in Buffalo.
Just like you should be doing from 15 to 18, right? I mean,
I was like rebellious. I gotta get out. I'm not going to work. I want to go to the beach. But anyway, so, I ended up going to school up in Buffalo. I was going to go to school for business and law. And I got through my first year, and I loved it up there. Don't get me wrong. I came home, and my dad, kicks my bed while I'm sleeping. And he's like, the guy didn't show up to drive the spray truck. You got to drive the truck. He's like, you're the only one that knows how to drive stick shift. Okay, how much you going to give me? I'll give you $80. I guess, fine, whatever. I'm going to go do it. And went and did it, and I did it the next day. I did it the next day after that. Well, long story short, by the end of that summer, I transferred schools, and I'm from Long Island, New York, and we actually have a university called Farmingdale State College, and they have a whole horticulture program, arboriculture, farming background, and this and that, which worked out perfect because it was within 20 minutes of my region that we worked in. And I transferred there, and from 18 to 22, I was doing 21 credits and going to work full time. So I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, work till 5, go to class from 6 to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Days I had class during the day, I would run and do estimates in between and consultations and this and that. To be honest with you, to this day, I don't know how I did it. I really don't.
You have a horticultural degree, right?
Yeah,
That's what you ended up getting.
I got a degree in horticulture and arboriculture, yeah. And ISA certified arborist. I need to get my CTSP. That's the next thing on the list. Yes, you guys all know running a business, working.
Yep.
It's only so much time in the hands, but running a business for almost 10 years, and I met. The one thing is, you go to these expos like this, like the first time at the TCIA, you get outside of your business, you get to really meet people, I get to meet Eric, I get to meet Hans, this and that, and you really start seeing like what our industry is actually about. And like I tell you right now, when I first started up until probably 3-4 years in, I didn't wear a helmet, I didn't wear chaps, and the worst part was it wasn't even because I didn't want to, I didn't know. I just actually did not know.
Right.
You know, and I came from, we're from a almost 7-year-old tree company, but it was all old school.
Yeah.
You know, my dad stayed within his business as well. And then I got to see what's out there.
Cool. So do you now you said you've been doing it, running the business yourself. You've been running it for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Did you adopt the safety thing as soon as you found out, like, oh, I found out this was not the way to do it? And like, was that hard on you? Were you like stubborn about it at first, or were you like adopted it really quick? Like, this makes sense. Like, this is safer and better.
Well,
like,
it's funny how because like what you said when you first started, and you're like, why aren't they wearing a helmet?
yeah, like very logical, like stuff.
So like once I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is something we should have for our business.
Right.
I adopted. I jumped on it, no problem. Like, look, I'm wearing chainsaw pants right now just because I like to wear them.
Yeah.
But
Because they look cool.
That's all. You look cool, but I'm just trying to copy. But no, the hard part was actually implementing it into the company.
Yeah.
Because the guys, they are stuck in their ways, and they think, oh, we don't need that. We don't need that. But I'm like, but what happens if something does happen?
Right.
That's the whole point.
Well, that's good that you adopted that and you helped build that culture, because being a fourth generation, like, I'm sure your dad wasn't as safe and your grandpa wasn't, and
they had rope saddles back
did
then.
they have any accidents?
So,
was there anything that ever happened to them?
My grandfather's career, no. My dad, we did have one guy, doing a flush cut, typical cut, kick back and cut in the leg, wasn't proper trained, didn't have proper placement, because everyone wants to go like this when there's certain ways that you should hold the chainsaw, which if you're never taught, you wouldn't know. No chaps on. And then my dad, he should have had a helmet on, but obviously back then, this is back in the 90s, he dropped the tree, he fell the tree, and it broke, and a branch flew back 50 feet, hit him in the head. And he has a few stitches here. He has a stitch right on his head, and that was the only time he ever actually got severely hurt. Other mishaps here and there that I would say, like safety gear, like it's not gonna stop you from getting a cut on your hand from like a stick or something. That was like the only real major accident. Luckily, we have been pretty lucky on that end.
Yeah.
But if we can prevent it, why shouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's way cool to learn from people like you too, because not only do you have which you're very knowledgeable, that's awesome, dude. But it's also great because you bring in that knowledge that you have, that you attained from your father and your grandpa, and so yeah, not only is it what it's like everything else that you bring to the table, and I mean, what else did you picture yourself doing instead of this when you were going to school in between those ages from 15 to 18? Was there something else that
when I was going for law, I really did enjoy that. I can be honest with you. It's a little bit too petty for what now looking back at it, but I did really enjoy that. But honestly, doing what I do now, I want to go back. And honestly, the training, I am so in love with it. It really is being able to pass on that knowledge. And I do the thing, like you say, with my father. My father did this for 30 years. My grandfather did it for 30, 35 years. I didn't. I've been only doing this for 10, 12 years.
Right.
But the first 2 years, my dad put that 30 years of knowledge into my brain.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, and now that I get to pass that on, it's beautiful. And like I was saying to Eric the other night, I go to all these trainings, and these are guys buying these grapple saw trucks, and they're young companies.
Right.
And to be able to kind of at least give them a little tidbit of that knowledge that I've learned over the past years is really, really rewarding, to be honest.
No, I gotta admit, it is. I was just talking to Paul and to Rick Hughes, and we were just talking about that, and I was just thanking them because I've learned from them as well, and we're probably going to be working a lot more closer with Rick. So it was but
there's not one bad thing that ever comes out of his mouth.
Right.
And he can talk, and I love it. You have to listen because you will learn something.
It's knowledge, right? The knowledge that he has with the years he's worked is just incredible. So where can people follow you? What is it that you're doing? Any trainings coming up? Give us some handles on the IG, on the
So
Facebook. What's up?
My Instagram is LI Tree Service, and that's for my company, Long Island Tree. And like Facebook, just Guy Cerullo or Gaetano Cerullo, it's on there. The next training, I'm gonna be taking off for a little bit because I literally have been going non-stop since
All right.
February, every week somewhere else in the United States. I am gonna say we are gonna be doing a crane man school up in
Canada. Yep.
which is gonna be a really fun time with Devin Hunton.
What are the dates for that?
I think it's the end of the month, so it should be I don't
End
know
of September?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
The end of September, beginning of October. It's like I think it's like the 30th and like the 1st and like the 2nd.
Is that open to the public? Is it?
So there should be a registration, and Hans is going to be he's going to be teaching the class up there, and BIK is going to be providing either a truck or two for the training as well. And it's gonna be a really fun time. It's gonna be the first ever school like that up in Canada, which is gonna be really wonderful. And for me myself, I've never worked in Canada. I'm kind of curious to know like what their stipulations are,
right?
How they work, like the different things that they kind of implement in their work ethic.
Big shout out to our Canadian. Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be out there. Big shout out to our Canadian brothers, eh?
Yes. Hey, Pat. Hey.
Hey, Pat. Yeah.
Pat.
Paul, Pat. Everyone.
Eric was actually just up there not too long ago. How was that?
I was up there. It was great. It was awesome to see how they put everything together. My truck, the Peterbilt, comes from Texas, so it was awesome to see.
Everything comes from
yeah,
Texas?
they get built in Texas.
That's
they
awesome.
get shipped from Texas. So it was way cool to see the truck there, and the cranes come from Italy and Europe and all that, and just like it put together up there.
It's
like
you in a truck.
What's that?
It's basically you just in a truck.
Yeah.
You have that nice Texas blood in there.
Yeah, dude. Well, thanks for being here with us, bro. It's awesome. If you don't follow a guy on the IG, if you don't follow New Jersey Crane Expert yet, get up on there, check up the website, upcoming trainings, and then just follow this guy. No pun intended.
Yeah, come hang out. We're gonna we're gonna be at TCIA. The simulators.
We're gonna have
be
the
there.
simulators at TCIA. It's gonna be great, and then you're gonna be there. We're gonna be running the truck there too. People can come out and run the truck as well.
Exactly.
We're having a great time out here at Arbor Expo. Again, Jared up there doing his thing. We got the knuckle boom outside being used that anybody can sign up and use it, get some hands on. And if you're here, great. You're probably enjoying a good time. And this is
show so far.
Man, it's like worth the money. If you get to run that crane, like the ticket alone is worth that money.
And you get free food too.
And
you don't even get that at TCIA.
So awesome. Thanks for being out here again, bro. It's so good. We'll see you around.
Yeah, I'll get around.
Awesome.
You guys be safe.
Well, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the show, man.